Hey, how's it going? My name's Tim Yslava. I'm super excited that you're on this freaking call with me right now because, you probably face one of three issues. And that's number one, you either don't have the skills to trade it massively successfully, you don't have the time to trade massively successfully, or you do not have the funding to trade massively successfully. Okay. So by the end of this call that we're on right now, the one that we're on, you're going to know the answer to each of those three questions. I promise you, right? And before we get in, let me tell you how I solved those problems for myself, okay? So I started trading when I was 17, right? I was rich for a 17-year-old, okay? I got $7,000 saved up from working odd jobs as a plumber's apprentice with my dad and, just little birthday gifts and Christmas presents saved up, about $7,000 saved up when I was 17. Very quickly, I opened my Robinhood account, I started trading, and I turned that $7,000 into $1,300. Yeah, I blew it all. I lost 70% of my money in about a week. It was because I was atrociously bad. I didn't know what I was doing. I was guessing. I was gambling with my money, right? I knew what were good companies, right? I knew McDonald's was a great company. I knew Apple was a great company. I knew Tesla was a great company. I knew all these companies were great companies, but I didn't know when to buy and I didn't know when to sell. So what I did was, I did what any reasonable person would do, and I became obsessed, right, about how to actually make money in the markets, right? So I got my duffel bag full of books every single night, right, and I got a sleeping bag, and I would hike my way over to my school's library, and I would just literally sit there at the table and read and read. I would just sit there and read and read and read and read and read, night after night after night, until the point where I literally couldn't keep my eyes open anymore. I had to just literally put my sleeping bag down on the library floor and sleep, okay? And I became known for this, right? Eventually, my roommates found out that I was doing this, and they were majoring in finance, and they literally had to ask me, right, for help on their homework or help with exams, right? Because there came a point in time where I actually was better than them at finance, and there was a switch that hit me. I was like, man, I went from being horrible at this just a few, years ago, right? Months, years ago, to someone who is actually really good, And at that point, I was able to actually break even on my investments, right? I went from $1,300 back to $7,000, which is a 300% return. From there, I got outside capital and was able to take $200,000 and turn that into over $1 million. I was able to buy my family, oh, by the way, at 20 years old, right? I was able to buy my family a house in all cash in Southern California at 20 years old because of my trading and my strategy, right? So again, it doesn't matter where you come from or what it is that you're about, right? Your strategy, if it's a winning strategy, will take anyone from zero to hero, right? The thing that separates you or me from Warren Buffett is that Warren Buffett's strategy is just insanely perfect, right? It is as close to perfect as a strategy can get, right? And so that's the first piece, right? If you're struggling, right? I told you I would give you the answer to these three things. If you're struggling with skills, right, of trading, you need to go and find yourself a reliable, consistent, profitable trading strategy. Okay, that's number one. Number two is if you're struggling with struggling with funding, you have to go and get outside capital, right? And you could Google this up right now, research prop firms, okay? Because they will literally, if you pass their exam, right, if you have a winning strategy, you go and take their exam, you apply the winning strategy to the actual prop firm, and you pass their exam, they will literally give you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to trade with, right? And you're going to keep 90% of the profits in your account, right? It's insane. It's mind-boggling. That's number two, right? And finally, number three, if you're struggling with time, and this is just what I did, right? And I highly recommend it to you as well, and really anyone, is you have to make your own trading bot, right? So at 20 years old, I was also managing senior software engineers at Los Angeles' best startup, right? I was managing people 2 or 3 times my age, and it was so stressful, and I was still managing all this money, and I was like, I wanted to tear my eyeballs out because I was so stressed. I began crying at my job because everything was just out of control. And so I told myself, this cannot happen again, right? And so I started searching all over the internet for someone to help me build this bot. and someone to help me build, this sort of, idea that I had in my brain of this great winning strategy. And, there was no one out there. There was no platforms. There was nothing out there to help me. And so I had to literally sit down at my computer. It took me, 6-7 months to teach myself how to code. And I did that, right? I literally, in 7 months, I taught myself how to code. And then after that, the first thing I built was my trading strategy. I was able to automate it for myself, my family. Eventually, my friends started asking me for it. And now here I am talking to you. After building tons and tons of bots for so many different people, I'm here talking to you, and I'm very grateful for that, right? But listen, so I've told you these 3 things, 1, 2, 3, right? If you're struggling with funds, go and get prop funding. If you're struggling with skills, go research strategy. If you're struggling with bots, go ahead and build yourself a bot, right? But I do want to also let you know, we are launching a super awesome program and a super awesome platform that literally, helps you solve all 3 of those things, right? Because for me, it took 7 years, right? It took 7 years of hard work, literally like 12-hour days of reading, dense textbooks, right? I'm not sure, you can see my bookshelf back there, right? Right here, you can see my bookshelf. Yeah, reading all those books and a bunch more, right? And so if you either do that for 7 years, right? Teach yourself how to code, teach yourself, all the different techniques that it really takes to actually elevate your game, and it takes years, or you could join our program, right? And this program, again, helps you with the skills, right? Every single thing you need in terms of strategies, back testing, all of the different things, the alerts, all that stuff, right? You get all of that, right? We do it all for you, right? And literally walk you through step by step to find your winning strategy. Once you have your winning strategy, we also have partnerships with prop firms, right? The top 5 prop firms in the entire industry. We can connect you with them. You take their challenge, you pass it, and boom, you're a funded trader, right? And after that, after you have funding, you may still not have the time. We will literally, right? We're launching this platform in June, and we're going to invite you to RSVP to this launch party that we're having, because you're going to be able to launch as many bots as you damn well please. Okay, plain and simple. And this offer is not lasting forever, right? We launch in June. So if you sign up today, you get this special pricing, this special package. After we launch, there's no guarantee that we're going to, continue this offer. But when we stop this offer, right, and we will stop it, the price will dramatically go up, right? So if you're interested in literally going from A to Z, right, someone that is somewhere anywhere along the spectrum, right? Maybe you don't know anything about trading, right? Maybe you're at the point where you have your strategy and it's not working for you very well, and you want to improve it, right? At that point in time, we can literally help you improve your strategy, right? But maybe you have a kick-ass strategy and you're ready to just automate it, right? You know exactly when to buy and exactly when to sell. You just want to just have it done for you, right? Or maybe you don't have the funds, right? Either way, right? This platform, this program will literally take you from any point along the line into someone that has a fully running, like, automated bot, making them passive income 24/7, right? And so again, with that being said, go ahead and feel free to click the link down below so we can go ahead and get you RSVP'd into our launch party. It's going to be awesome, right? We already have over 1,000 people there, a bunch of influencers who are going to be joining us, and it's going to be so, so awesome, and you shouldn't miss it. If you miss it, you're going to regret it. I promise you. So feel free to click the link down below, sign up ASAP. This is not going to last forever, and if you miss it, you're going to be deeply, deeply sorry. And again, we're going to be laughing. So, and your friends will also be laughing. Your friends will be like, look, this guy missed out. This girl missed out, right? Can you believe that? And so again, and also your enemies, right? When you sign up, your enemies will be freaking, they'll be jealous, right? They'll be like, I wish I knew about that, right? So anyways, again, I challenge you, sign up for this program. Let's go and get you started. See you on the inside. Peace.